regarding universal energies. Every day we are sitting here and taking life force energies, and we are taking universal energies inside, right? So let's talk about the universal energies today. What it is, why we are connecting to it, what it is giving. Let's talk about that. Masters. We are nothing but energies, masters. We are nothing but energies. So, therefore, we all have connections with universal energies because we are part of those energies. We are connecting to universal energies through electromagnetic field. So that is what called universal energy fields. We are part of the universal energy field. We call them universal energies because they are unchanging and deep rooted concepts that always resonate with us. It expresses in different ways, like a communication and language. Like, all the time, the universe is communicating with us. But we generally do not focus what is happening around us. But our focus is becomes so limited most of the day, unless we sit down in the meditation. But during other timings also, we should be able to establish this connection with the universe. Then you will understand how it is communicating with us all the time. It has its own language that your soul will understand. And the soul will understand the universal language and the communication from it and translate into the language that you understand. Isn't that a beautiful concept? It is a beautiful concept. So, because of the communication between us and the universe, we are harmonious. We continue in the harmony and we are getting nurtured and we are under continuous protection and we are able to self-express and we are becoming mastery in whatever the way we want it and many more. So when you are taking universal energies, where it is stored, that is the next question. So as we couple of times we talked about it, we are not just one body. We are made up of 7 bodies, right? The body that you are seeing with your eyes, that is a physical body. Inside of it, etheric body will be there. That is called prana. In Telugu, it is called pranamaya sarira. Okay? So, this prana, this etheric body is very important to access this life force energies from universe. So, in pranamaya sarira only, all the chakras were located. So, the life force energies, it enters into your aura and eventually into your pranamaya sarira. And it cleanses everything, all the chakras and panchabhutas inside and balances it. Once it is balanced, that will activate other bodies and balance other bodies too. So, inside, next to etheric body, we will have astral body. The astral body is very important to access the data, whatever the data from outside to inside and inside to outside. And once you become a mastery in it, you do astral travel also with it. Like that means you connected to different lokas, you connected to spiritual gurus and all. So astral body is that important. Other than that, it's very important to access that data, whatever the data you're putting next next spiritual body, and next into inside of it causal body. That means vijnanamaya. That means intellect. That's very important, right? It's needed. Logic brain is important. If it is too much logic, you don't hear anything. That is bad. But the logic, that enough logic is important. It's required. So then only you will understand what is right, what is not right, what is good, what is not, what is bad, and what to pick up, what not to pick up under the sun. So logic body is also is important. Next is supracausal body, then nirvanic body. So when you are doing meditation, what happens is the life force energies, you are taking life force energies inside and it is and supplying to all these seven bodies. When you're supplying these life force energies to all seven bodies, what happens? Whatever the blocks you have at different bodies, that will be um, that will be broke apart. Then the life force energies freely supplies to all the bodies, and whatever the clutter you have due to unnecessary thoughts, all those things will be cleansed. Once they are cleansed, the first thing what happens, you become healthy mentally and physically. So as we all say, as we are saying since the beginning, that the thoughts are the reason for every bad things like stress, strain, anxiety, whatnot, unhealthiness, like various diseases, diabetes, anything, any other diseases like kidney diseases and all that stuff. The reason is when you are putting unwanted thoughts, even not only this life, even in the past life also, then what happens is the clutter will form and store somewhere other body like a block. Once it is blocked, what happens? When the blocks occur, what happens is that the body will not take the life force energies. Then what happens? That will start shrinking. As I said in the beginning, so all these bodies, we are just energies. When the energy is expanded, like you will be happy and you are very active because you are taking life force energies. When the energies are shrink, that means you are you are not able to take the life force energies, or there is a disconnection between you and universal energies. Then what happens? The energies will be shrink. You will shrink. So then the suffocation will start. Then the unhealthiness will occur. So that is how people are becoming sick, mentally and also physically. So, so that is the importance of universal energies. So the prana is the one that resides, the universal energy will be reside into that. So then, so what are the benefits? What are the benefits? These are the benefits of universal energies. Like the universal energy supports the regulation of blood flow. That is most important thing. Blood, actually, we see it like it's a normal thing, but it has a shakti in it. So that is why it is one of the shakti valaya, blood, because this blood will react to the universal energies. So universal energy supports the regulation of blood flow. For example, if you are learning something, if you want to learn something, what happens is your blood flow will be raises to the in the upper portion of your body. So many people do not know. So when that doesn't happen, the learning will go down. Some people, they will stop learning in their life at some point of time. So that's why they will suffocate a lot actually, because whatever the limited skills, they will be limited there itself. So they will try to do something with those limited skills. They get suffocated. Then they will develop an attitude. Somehow they have to survive. The reason is they stop learning because the universal energies are not working on them. It's not regulating their blood flow. So when the blood flow is regulated, then what happens? You will lower down the stress also. So that is very important. So universal energy does lot of wonders. It also treats psychological issues like anxiety, depression, etc., as we said. So universal energy helps you to make the right decisions in all stages of life because all the bodies are clean and freely life force energies are freely supplied. So then the right decisions will be taken in all stages of life because your brain will work properly and you will have enough courage to take the decision and you will think in a righteous way. So all these things will happen. So there are 5 types of energies like human energies. So one is a manifestator because you manifest. If you do the right thought, you will that thought will be manifested. You're a generator. You generate right thoughts. So manifesting generator. You manifest and generate. You are a projector too. You know how to project your thoughts to the world and a reflector. See, all these things in you is coming because of universal energy. Because the universal energy has all these uh, things in it. So that is how you will be productive and you will utilize the opportunities. You can design correct strategies. So this is nothing but human design. So how we are designing ourselves because of these uh, five qualities, right? So all these qualities are coming from universal energy. So that is how the universal energy nurtures us. So now, is universal energy is a God? More than that, I should say, because it cannot be seen, it can neither be created nor be destroyed. So that is what we call it as a God. Somebody can call it as energy. Someone can call it as universe. Whatever it cannot be created, it neither be created nor be destroyed. So now, so we can think about law of conservation of energy. So that is why it is called law of conservation, because it's always conserved, neither be created nor be destroyed. That means it's always will be there, right? So it's a law of conservation of energy. So that means what happens? It's always will be like that means what is the meaning exactly? The meaning is you cannot destroy it, but it can be converted into one form of energy to another. Okay. So that is how we should understand. So that means it is a system. It always has the same amount of energy. but it can be converted into one form to other form. So that is how we also can convert our energies into different ways. Like, that is how you express different ways in life, right? One time you can be a manifester, one time you can be a generator, one time you can be a projector. That means the same amount of energy in you, you are able to express it in a different ways, in a different forms. That means you are converting your energy from one form to another form, wherever, whatever the way it is required. This is exactly, you are imitating the universal energy because you are part of universal energy. So whatever the qualities universal energy has, you also will have the same qualities. So another thing is what we need to understand. But sometimes, we have such a beautiful qualities, right? But sometimes we undergo pain. We undergo pain. We undergo like we will lower our energies and all. So why that is happening? Why that is happening? Because when you undergo anger or fear or pain, what happens is your energies will shrink. Then you feel energy loss. You feel stress, strain, anxiety, depression. So that is why we have to meditate and take life force energies. Then again, our energies will be expanded. Once our energies are expanded, what happens? You don't catch up with these lower vibrations like pain, anger, or fear. Fear is very dangerous. All these things. You always will be in happiness, in peace, and in unconditional love. That means those are the qualities of universal energy. See, when you are under continuous connection with universal energies, you never and ever be connected to the lower vibrations like pain, fear, and all. That means your energies never ever shrink. So by this, what we understood, when the energies are expanded, you all the time you're ecstasy, you're happy, and you are in the um, form of giving love and showing kindness and peace and lot of like you will be you will have a forgiveness also. You forgive people because when you stop anger, then you will start thinking about that particular situation, whether to give forgiveness or whether to give forgiveness. Of course, forgiveness is a matter of a subject, but at least you will concentrate on that subject and see and analyze what to do with that situation, how to get rid of that situation, or how to come out of that situation, so that you never be in the scenario again to be unhappy or to be in pain, right? So these things, when it happens, when your energies are expanded, when you are still the energies are in the shrunk, you don't think about, to deal with that situation. You just continue in the same pain. So what we understand is the universal energy is, it has always the peace and unconditional love and happiness. So that is why we always should be in connection with universal energies. Actually, in Puranas also there is one thing, like Krishna, Arjuna and Krishna. So Arjuna asked Krishna, it seems, one day, like Krishna. So I'm a great warrior and I have everything in life. And but still, this pain and fear, this pain and you know, uh, fear sometimes it's not leaving me. Sometimes I'm unable to control those stress and all. So what can I do? What should I do with this? How I can get rid of? He asked, it seems, to Krishna. So then Krishna answered, Arjuna, you have to become a yogi. So whenever you uh, become spiritual, then you will come out of this pain. You will not have pains anymore. All the time, you will be in connection with the universal energies when you become spiritual, and you will not have this pain anymore. So that is what he answered. So then he also suggested you focus on the breath and do the meditation. Then only it is possible to get rid of the pain in life. That is what Krishna also told to Arjuna. So through this meditation, what we get is lot of power, lot of energies. Like lot in this sense, it's lot is a small word. Like infinite energies we will get, anantam. And so when you are in that anantamaina energies, then you will be anantamaina ecstasy. So where the place for the pain? So that is what Krishna helped Arjuna that way. And another thing is, what we have to know is, but the universe has some rules. To get this universal energies all the time, we have to follow some rules of universe. So what are those rules? That is number one, humanity. See, doing all sorts of things and sit down in the meditation trying to universal energies, that doesn't work, because universe is like, it is like a scanner and a camera, scanning camera. It knows what you are doing all the time. So if you are inhuman to other life forms, nature will not accept it. So it has its own rules. We have to follow the rules. The universal energy will not leave you. The one is humanity. Next, kritajnata, like vishwas. Next, unconditional love. And the fourth one is you should not interfere into others' karmas. You should not interfere into others' lives. And fifth one is forgiveness. Sixth one is karuna, daya. So there is a difference between kindness and I mean, for both of them it is the same word will be there. But the thing is, daya is different from karuna. Daya means, like, whenever you feel like to be kind, you be kind. But all the time you will not be in that same mode. But karuna is like karunyam. That means it is a quality. So a person always in that quality. For example, Jesus. He's a karunamayudu, karuna, karunyam. That's his quality. Being kind is different. Based on the subject, you be kind. And you will not be all the time in that mood also. That is different and this is different. But both are required for it to be, uh, both are required. And the seventh one is acceptance. You have to accept the things the way it is. You have to accept the other life forms the way they are, even human beings or anything like even insects or whatever, birds or anything. And any situation, the most important. Acceptance is most important. See, for example, if we are doing meditation, when you are sitting in the meditation, what happens? Okay, our family members they keep moving back and forth, or they may make some sound, or whatever, the traffic, like outside of our home, the cars keep going and all. They make some sounds, they make noise. So all those things we have to accept. Our brain should be able to accept it before you're sitting in the meditation. Even they are making little more noise, you don't get deviated from your what you are doing, the karma, that is the meditation. So the acceptance is very important for yourself, not for others. Next, eighth one is equality towards all, like all life forms. It's not just only towards the human being. Equality towards all life forms under the sun. So these are 8 rules of law, rules of a universe. So we have to follow these rules all the time. Then automatically you will be in connection with the universal energies, even you don't meditate all the time, throughout the day and night. So, so that is what another important is. Next, so universe, we are saying God is universe, universe is God. So all we do is, we all the time, some or other wanting, we express towards God. Can we do this to universe? Question. In our religious practices, that's what we do. We offer coconut, we offer banana to the temple, and we go and ask so many things. So we have to get a visa to America, or I have to, I should get a distinction in so and so course. I should come as a topper throughout India. I should come on the Time magazine. My face should come on Time magazine. All sorts of things. We don't care about whether we are really deserved or what, but we just wish for it. And all the wishes we take it and put in front of God. Can we do the same in our meditations? No. In the religious practices, when you express your wishes, your wantings to God, again, you yourself inside you will have some kind of a doubt. Is that possible? You yourself know that as is that a right thing, or is it really happens? So, but we will be in a certain thoughts that God can do anything. God can give anything we want. That is why we just wish or want anything, whether we don't care whether it is really a right thing or right wish or not. Even God has given that wish. Are we able to hold that? That also we don't think. God means He just gives. With such kind of a mindset, we go to the temples and we wish for it. We express our wishes boldly, without any hesitation. But inside of our heart, we will have small doubt. If He really give, with that doubt only again we will offer. Okay, if you do that, I will offer 100 coconuts because we have a doubt on our own wishes. We know that we are not worth for it, or that doesn't happen. Is it really a uh, right wish? But still, because he's God, he should be able to. Should. So again, we will offer another thing to him. Can we do the same thing during meditations also to this universal energy? No. You always have to be with the spiritual thought, with the universal energies. Not like, how we are doing it in the physical world. You should be able to connect to the spiritual gurus. You should be able to ask the questions if you want it. They will give you the messages, or they will help you to understand by different ways, like by coincidences or by your antaratma, like we say, what is that, manasakshi, our sixth sense. By different forms, somehow you get the message. It's only a spiritual questions, spiritual, they will put a way for you. I mean, you can ask in a spiritual way, but they will put a way for you to find it or to achieve it, but not like, it is the how we do it in the physical world. It's so rude. Not like that. If you do it, those are simple physical wantings, that is very temporarily. You may get some little bit, but that is not the way. You should never and ever ask physical world wishes to spiritual gurus. They're meant for spirituality. They put a path to you to achieve in your life, but not that they give you like this. Even God also don't do that. That's why none of our wishes come true. None of our dreams come true. Because there is no separate God. The universe is the God. You have to deal the universe differently, not the way that we do it in the physical world. Next. Yeah. And another thing is, we have 5 fingers, right? That is, the index finger is like it's our body. And the next, this is ring finger is our mind. The middle finger is buddhi.
Gauthami garu, little finger is body.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
What is that?
little finger is body.
Yeah.
And ring finger is mind.
Mind, yeah.
Middle finger is our intellect.
Buddhi, our intellect.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
index finger is soul.
Yeah.
And
And
the thumb finger is all the above.
Paramatma, yes.
Yeah.
So these, yeah. So this is how we have to remember that based on our fingers, we can see the body is a small one. Okay. That means the rest of the things play a major role on our life. The body it's just a vehicle, a tool to achieve certain things that is other bodies wanted. That means how it should be. Like your soul should be dominated. When that happens, when you take universal energies and you give the food to it, The soul should be dominated on all other things. Then you will do the right things in your life, not the body. If the body is dominated, like you never travel inner side, just stay outside only. So we always should give importance for the soul. Then, as we always say that, the mind. In the mind, we have to put the right thought. Actually, the box called mind that is formed based on our thoughts only. Like if you keep on accumulate lot of thought, obviously the mind will be established. If the thoughts are come and go, the mind will not be established. So then you will do only righteous thoughts, and the astral body will pick up that data and do what it can do. So that is why in the mindfulness meditation, we try to empty our thoughts. We don't want that established box there. If once your box is established, you put all sorts of unwanted thoughts in it, the universe will pick up it and it doesn't know what to do. I mean, which one you really wanted. It just starts working on everything. So that is why we are trying to empty our thoughts during the meditation. Next, intellect is always, as I said before, it is important. So think that our soul should be the hero. Never ever make the body is the hero. So actually, for up to 7 years or 8 years, every baby or from a baby stage to kid stage, up to 7 or 8 years, the spiritual mind will be there for everyone. That means the in that kid stage, they always in connection with the cosmic energy, irrespective of whatever it is. That is why they are always happy. Of course, they may cry. They cry for if they fall down or if for food and all. That is different. But there is no pain in that thing. But once they cross that 7 or 8 years, they will start stepping into the physical world things. So their mind will change from spiritual mind to the physical world thing, because they have to live, they have to deal with the physical world. So while we dealing with the physical world, we should be able to spiritual. Because if you completely avoid the spirituality, what happens is outside world never and ever you never and ever understand the outside world. Because half of you is spiritual, only body is outside. That's it. What is there in that body? You will worn out after some time. It has nothing. For example, see, if you want, you can eat more and you can put on the weight. If you don't want, what happens? You can go to the gym and you can reduce the body. That means body is nothing. If you want it, you can increase your body. If you don't want it, you can decrease your body. That's it. But the entire essence of life is inside of it. That means the soul, the mind and everything. It's all under the control of soul. If you divide of that and only dealing with the body is insane. And that never and ever give you a right solution. So always it gives a pain. It always gives you a trouble, put you in the trouble. So that is why we should be able to put the soul into the feature. So the soul, the food for the soul is universal force energy, universal energies. So that is how you have to establish the soul, by giving the right food to it. Then it comes into the feature, then it helps you to understand the physical world also. Otherwise, you will not have the clarity of thought. You never understand what is going on outside if you divide off the inside completely. So that is how you need to understand our meditation technique, the Anapanasati. So that is, yeah. So this is what about the universal energy. If you have any question, please ask me. We can stop this here. Anybody has any questions on it? If not, if you have any, if you want to share any of your experience during this meditation or any questions, please come forward. Hello. Are you guys doing meditation or what? Still in the meditation?